Hey guys, what's going on? Payton here once again, and welcome back to another episode of my Manchester United career. We are getting so close now to the end of this second season, and in this episode I will mainly be talking about what's been happening in this career mode save with United. Not much has happened with United in real life apart from Di Maria being handed the number 7 shirt, which is huge because that number 7 shirt's been vacant for a while now. It was Valencia that had it last, and he vacated it because he didn't think, you know, he was worthy of having the number 7 shirt. So the last real player to have it for a couple of seasons was Ronaldo. So hopefully Di Maria can fill those massive boots and become another legend at Manchester United. But that's pretty much it for news with Manchester United in real life. We've got the game against Burnley to look forward to. We need a win. So in this episode you're going to be seeing fixtures against Tottenham in the Premier League, which you're watching right now at Old Trafford, and then the Champions League returns. It's the quarter-final stages against Chelsea, and the first leg will be played at Old Trafford. So Chelsea, they had that slight advantage of actually playing away first, so you'll see the outcome of that. It was a bit of a tough game, but we'll get to that in a moment, and you guys are going to be able to see the highlights from the West Ham game. Now, as I've said, we are getting closer to the end of the season, and this season my priority was to win the Premier League. Because I'm not sure whether I've mentioned it in past episodes before, but this version of FIFA 14, you know, on the PS4, you know that EA added the whole new animation of lifting the trophy with the podium and all that. I haven't won the Premier League yet on this version of FIFA 14, so that was my priority. I want to see this Manchester United side lifting that trophy. I know it's nothing huge, it's nothing major, it's just one of those things that I wanted to do on FIFA 14 before FIFA 15 was released, you know. I never got to do it with Swansea either within those 3 seasons because I was just trying to build up a team that could challenge for it. Maybe I would have done it in the 4th season. Who knows, maybe I go back to managing Swansea when FIFA 15 is released. Unfinished business, you know. But this is my last chance with Manchester United to win the Premier League trophy on this version of FIFA 14, because this will be my last season with United before FIFA 15 is released, so we've got to make the most of it. And we started by beating Tottenham 1-0 at Old Trafford thanks to a fantastic finish by Ander Herrera. That was his first goal, but then we had to turn our attention to our next game in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. As you can see, we have been drawn against Chelsea, as I've already mentioned. The other fixtures would see Bayern Munich taking on Real Madrid, Juventus taking on Barcelona, and Inter Milan taking on Manchester City. We're not far now from the final. Wouldn't it be amazing if I could come away with not only the Premier League trophy, but the Champions League as well? I went with the 3-5-2 formation once again, but I was a bit thin on the ground for key players in this game. We needed them so much, especially Mats Hummels, Raphael, Luke Shaw, Mata, who did start on the bench for this game, but I had to bring Januzaj in to play in that central attacking mid-role that he would normally go in because the fitness, it was just terrible. I think Mata was on amber, so if I started him in this game, he probably would have picked up an injury now in FIFA. So it was just wise to, you know, rest some of these key players for maybe our next game in the Premier League against West Ham, or the return fixture at Stamford Bridge in the second leg. But we got off to a flying start against Chelsea. It'd be Robin van Persie opening up the scoring within the 3rd minute. Chelsea put into a state of shock after that. Now, I know it wasn't the most appealing of goals, but when you are presented an opportunity like that in such a crucial game, you're going to take it. And that's what Van Persie does best. Azpilicueta for Chelsea, failing to get a touch to it, at least maybe deflect the ball away on that far post. And so with that failing from Chelsea, they found themselves on the back foot in the first leg of the Champions League quarterfinals. Chelsea eventually turned up the pressure come the second half, and it'd be Marin with a perfect chance to draw a goal back. He came so close to finding the bottom left hand corner there. I mean, the ball was just a lick of paint away from finding its target, and Marin, what a tricky number. I mean, normally whenever I play against Chelsea, it's always De Bruyne that tears me a new one on FIFA, but I think he's actually moved now. I think Chelsea moved him on in the January transfer window just gone, and so they brought in Marin, who is similar to De Bruyne, if not worse, when I'm actually playing against them. And do you see that moment there as well? Valencia hitting the post, then Van Persie hit the post. Should have made it 2-0 there. It's almost as if the net was screaming at me to put the ball into the back of it. But it's just moments like that that really do annoy me on FIFA. Because what else can you do? You know, I'm doing everything that I could possibly do to score the goal. It's just as though FIFA doesn't want to accept it for some reason. But anyway, we were still 1-0 up. That's the main thing. At least we hadn't conceded at this stage in the game. And look at that as well. That challenge by De Vrij. I'm not sure what the referee was thinking there. I don't think that should have been a free kick, to be honest. I thought it was a perfectly good challenge by De Vrij on Hazard. You know, if anything, he just skimmed Hazard's boot. Shouldn't have been a free kick. And with that free kick, yes, Chelsea did go on to get an equaliser and that important away goal for them heading into the second leg at Stamford Bridge. Look at this for a moment as well by young Adnan Januzaj, just bursting away from Chelsea. A great Ryan Giggs-esque run there, trying to find James Wilson, heads it back out to Januzaj with the overhead kick, and it's just unfortunate that it wasn't on target for him. It went wide of the mark, and we will be heading into the second leg at Stamford Bridge with the aggregate score being 1-1. It's going to be insane, that second leg, and I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing the highlights of it too. Our next game and last game of this episode though, guys, was once again in the Premier League, and it was in the East End against West Ham. Again, I had to shuffle the team around for this one because of fitness issues, so in came Danny Welbeck to work alongside Wayne Rooney. Darren Fletcher returned to the team as well. I haven't started him that many times throughout this career mode, so I thought this was the perfect game to play him in along with Fellaini. We almost opened up the scoring in the 50th minute. Rooney missing the first initial header there, just failing to connect with the ball, but it then went behind to Danny Welbeck. Really should have made it 1-0 there because he had time. We eventually opened up the scoring though moments later. It was Danny Welbeck this time making up for that small mistake he made with that header, and what a good finish it was as well, as he stole the ball from under the feet of Driver, took it into the box and just seeked out that top right hand corner and found it. Adrian unable to get a hand to it, and just look at that, just easy pickings there from Danny Welbeck. Brilliant stuff. And with that first goal so late in the game, it then gave us confidence to keep attacking West Ham, and it's almost as if they just given up the ghost and they were waving that white flag. I was shocked that Adrian couldn't save that chance. I mean, it was such a weak shot by Danny Welbeck. What was Adrian doing? Seriously. It could have easily have been 2-0 there to Manchester United, and West Ham would have found themselves in a world of trouble then, because the way West Ham was set out, how they were playing, they would have taken a solid point, definitely. I mean, throughout the whole of the game, they was just lumping the ball upfield, long balling it to Andy Carroll. I mean, he's not really going to do much, but they were trying to hit us on the counter throughout the whole 90 minutes. It just wasn't working, and it was just obvious that they were playing for that solid point. But once I've scored a goal in a game on FIFA, I want more, so I'm going to be piling on that pressure as much as possible until I can get another goal or two, so I'm sitting comfortably come that final whistle. Well, in the 89th minute, Wilfried Zaha, who came on to replace Valencia, crossed the ball into the box, and it was perfectly taken as well. You'll see on the replay, just pinpoint accuracy, finding Juan Mata's head. Mata's not the tallest of players, but it was just how the ball dropped down to Mata's head. It was just to be. It was perfect. And Mata straight across the front of goal, found the back of the net. It was perfect. So United 2-0 up, and the game was pretty much written off for West Ham there. They wouldn't come away with all 3 points. But with just seconds to go, and one of you guys mentioned in the comment section below not so long ago, I always strike the ball with Royce way out, and I always manage to score with him. Well, it worked for me as well. Seeing that we were going to win the game anyway, I just went for it. You know how it goes on FIFA, just playing around once you're in the lead and you confirm that you're going to win the game. And, I mean, what a random angle. I just went for it. You can see there on the replay, ball physics working overtime as it rises and then it falls, bounces off the ground after beating Adrian, clips the inside of the post, finding the back of the net. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that, does it? Royce's first goal for the club since making his move from Dortmund to United in January. And, I mean, a 3-goal salvo within just a matter of minutes towards the end of the game. Amazing. And so we did obviously come away with all 3 points, piling on pressure on the league leaders Chelsea. Will we be able to win it? You guys are just going to have to stay tuned. Anyway, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, guys.